Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. We're on We're on Roadcraft, and we're on the PlayStation 5. We're on the is it submerged? The flooded place? Yeah. Doing quite well. We've we're on the second bit now, looking at the way forward. So that's cool. We've unlocked a load of stuff. I think I can get rid of. Yeah, better add because I'm probably going to need the markers. Apparently I put too many in, which is interesting. We, in the last video, from which we are literally taking off of today now, here and there, we managed to get the new big crane. So so we've got a nice big bit of kit who misses. Yeah, we got finally got the big crane, which means that we can start shifting things like those big pipes that I still think they look like the chocolate wafer pipe thing, tube things that you get at Christmas. I really need to Google, can't say that out loud. I need to look that up to find out what they're called, but if you know, you know. So anyway, I'm thinking, where's, so that's there, but then apparently there's a thing, no, that's where you've got to deliver it, and that's the safe. So I'm wondering if we give that crane a bit of a journey out. Yeah, stretch its legs. See how good it really is. Sorry, I'm just trying to... Yeah. Okay. So if I put a marker there, and then... Yeah. I mean, that's a straight road, isn't it? And then you're out. Put a marker there, and then one there, and then you're into the town. Okay, yeah, we can do that. So I'm going to collect the safe that I found in a previous video. Actually, no, I lie. It wasn't in a previous video. I found it whilst not recording, sod's law. When I went off and did some exploring in the scout car that I have, and got well and truly glitched. But again, that's for a different story. Right, okay. I've not driven across here. The last time I tried it, I nearly drowned my car. Oh, no, that looks like shallow water. Ish. Oh, please don't get stuck straight away. Yeah, we're going to have to come in and sort that lot out, because that is not going to be pretty. Okay, we're good, we're cool, we're happy. Whoa, okay. Slow your roll. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Dude. Oh, this is not a good start. Oof. Wowzers. We're good? We're good? We're there. Okay, we're cool. Everyone breathe. In my last video, right at the end, as I was wrapping up, and I was having a quick play of this crane just to see what its capabilities were, I made a reference or a mention to a certain item that crane users have, and it's like there's like this large, very heavy disc that you put underneath the feet, the anchors, to level them out and to give them a bit of grip and help them secure themselves down. And it was a kind of a throwaway comment. I did say that I would explain how I know about those items in another video, and this is that other video. And it is kind of a cool thing, you know. It's funny because it's something that I've done, and I've done many times. I kind almost not take it for granted, but I almost do. You know, it's almost like it's one of those things. But then when you think about it, especially when doing something like YouTube and the sheer coverage that I could potentially get that I don't, 99% of the people that would watch this video, if not all of them, will not have experienced what I'm about to talk about. And it's basically bringing yachts. Okay, so if that's that side, hold on a second. And that's that side. How am I going to be? Yeah, okay, it's fine. Yeah, it's about bringing yachts and small boats out of the water for the winter, and putting them on dry land. Yeah, drying them out or storing, whatever you want to call them. Right? Pretty much every place has a different name description for what they do. How the chuff. I'm going to have to go around. It's fine. Yeah, they all have different names for what they do. But basically, the short and tall of it is, during the winter, a lot of people bring their boats, yachts, out of the harbour, out of the water, and put them in cradles, or they're standing on the hard stand in the yacht club or the harbour or wherever they are, so that it's protected from the elements a little bit more for the winter, and also gives you the ability to. There is no way I'm getting through there. There is. Well, we'll try it. But it also gives you the chance to spend the winter fixing any issues on the boat, maybe putting some new anti-foul on it, the paint that goes onto the hull, those kind of things, right? But you can do it very easily because it's on dry land. Yeah, there's absolutely no way you are getting through there. No, forget that. That's a stupid idea, and now you're stuck. Well, that'll teach you, won't it? Not actually sure what I'm stuck on. Why am I stuck? Sorry, I had to pause it for external reasons, and as you can see, I have kind of got myself out of the shit, but haven't. That was very weird. Yeah, this was a bad idea. This was officially a bad idea. So let's see if we can't find another way around. I will have to pause this again in a second because I am expecting another interruption. Oh grief. That's not... Oh my days. If I go down there with this thing. How the heck am I gonna get how am I gonna get that? I need to get to that. Oh, maybe actually. Hold the phone. Where did I leave this? Where did I leave it? Did I put it over there now? Ah, bollocks. It's even further away. So I want to get here. That's not going to happen. All I can hope is if I can get here. Shit. Yeah, see, that looks way flatter on the map. Okay, this is weirdly going to become more of an issue than I thought it was going to be. Huh. But anyway, yeah. So drying out. So yeah, you've got your yacht, your thing on dry land. Now, depending on where you're, which harbour you're in, which club you're in, or whatever, right, where your boat is, will depend on how that is achieved. And there are many different options. Some have a dedicated crane that literally straddles. Right, if it's there, what are the odds of this being able to reach from here? It's not, is it? There's no way. What if I try and reverse up? Yeah, so some have dedicated cranes that literally live on the side of the water and the boat goes in to the side of the crane. Hold on a second. Now we're back. Yes, so some have dedicated cranes that sit on the side of the slipway where your boat literally goes underneath or in the crane and then the crane picks it up like a cradle. Yeah, so you put strops underneath it and it lifts it up and away you go onto dry land. Others have a tractor and trailer unit where again the tractor reverses the trailer into sorry, let me just yeah, so it reverses. How do I no, oh, that's what I was looking for. Is that it? That's literally the no, it's not going to pick it up. No, okay, it's fine. Yeah, so the crane will, the tractor will reverse its trailer into the water. The boat comes along, goes onto the trailer, a bit like where you see them on their slipways and all this kind of thing, and then you take the trailer off. Yeah, so it's that kind of thing. Now, those places that are not fortunate enough, I am not going to reach that. They're not fortunate enough to be able to have either of those kind of setups. They hire these type of cranes, and sometimes even bigger cranes, to come in, and then they will launch the crane boom over into the water, pick up the boat out of the water. So basically you've got somebody on board and you put the strops underneath the boat, then the crane comes, the crane pickup comes down, hook it all up, and then this boat is physically lifted through the air and then planted onto the cradle. Yeah, that's how we used to do it. So I was very fortunate to be involved in having well, I was part of a club where that's not going to reach. How the hell am I going to do this? Yeah, I was very fortunate to be involved in a local yacht club. I mean, trust me, it sounds way more yuppie than it is, really. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm part of a yacht club, darlings. No, it really wasn't. Um, so yeah, and you just so every year I would basically volunteer myself to um, go in and help bring the boats out. And then obviously in the spring you would then bring them back in. So I'm back here again, aren't I? I'm still just wondering if I will get... I'm not going to do this. This isn't happening. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it. We'll bring you to... No, we'll put you up there for now. Yeah. And that's how I kind of know some of the ins and outs on on how they set up a crane. Basically, that was a very long-winded, disjointed explanation of nothing, and I apologise, but I was trying to do stuff. Um, but it's great fun, so much fun, and it gave me the chance to bring into play all my other training from my rather wide range of job training skills and so on and so forth. So I was basically crane director, you know, as in you stand there waving your arms, telling them up, down, in, out, that kind of thing. I was able to do that. I was a banksman. I was, but then I would take it easy and I would just be on board the yachts, attaching the strops, bringing the yachts in, attaching the cranes, you know, all those kind of things. I've done it all, and it is, it's an that's not going to happen. It's a very interesting day. Why can't I see where the floor is on this? We drove through it. There it is. More often than not, it's a very long day, depending on how many yachts are coming in and out. And I was the club that I was involved in was predominantly, and I mean, I'm 50 years old and I was basically one of the youngest people there. It was one of those kind of places, you know what I'm saying? In fact, there were times where I was the youngest person there. So that's fun, watching all these very, very old individuals, some way more capable than others. Yeah. But yeah, so it was all good fun, and it's a fascinating thing. And it's a weird thing, but if you ever bump into somebody, if you ever get friendly with somebody who is any remotely linked to a sailing club of that kind of size, you know, I'm not talking your little dinghies in a lake. I'm talking actual open water yachts kind of thing. If you ever get the opportunity to be involved, do it. Honestly, you may absolutely fall in love with it straight away and be completely 100% addicted to it, which is what happened to me. Or you may hate every single second of it and never go back. That's fine. That's cool. You know, it is what it is. I mean, I got involved with it through my wife. before that, I never even. Yes, you always. I like water and I like boats and all that kind of thing, but I would never have dreamed of going out on a yacht or doing any of those things. And it was absolutely not even on my radar. And then then it was, and oh my goodness, literally the first day I went on a yacht, I was hooked, absolutely hooked. And like I said, you'd be surprised at how many people, like how many yacht clubs and stuff like that, or people that own yachts, don't have crew, don't have people on a regular basis to enable them to be able to take their boats out, even if it's just for a jolly, for a day out, for a night out, any of it. You'd be surprised at how many people are looking for crew. So yeah, honestly, I cannot. It's something if you ever get the option, even if you where you live, there is a. Why aren't you a yacht club? Oh, you're kidding. Right, let's go single. No, let's go. There it is. Shit. Oh, shut up. There it is. No. Sorry. Yeah. If you live near a club, then absolutely try and take up the opportunity and just put your name down. Say, look, I'm a complete landlubber. I haven't got a clue what's going on, but it's something that I would be interested in, and try it. It's fascinating. I never ever. I'm predominantly from farming stock. You know what I mean? So actually, being on a yacht in the middle of the Solent, doing races and all that kind of shit. That you told me at one point I'd be doing that. I'd be like, shut up, don't be stupid. So yeah, cranes. Amazing how we got onto that subject from just literally playing with a crane. So there you go. That's my random life. And it's fun because okay, go on. No? Really? Ah, you arsewipe. Okay, no, that's cool. We came through here, so we know it fits. Just means I've got to do it the other way. What was I saying? Yeah, so some people, when I occasionally get talking, not so much this day and age because I don't socialise. But when I used to, people would talk, I'd be talking to people and we'd be chatting. Yeah, you'd chat about what you've done and what you've, that kind of thing. It's a general chitty chat type thing. And quite often I'd have people and they'd be like, wow, I can't believe you did this, I can't believe you did that, that's amazing. And some of the stories that I could tell, it's like, bloody hell, you should write a book, kind of thing. Always get that one. And I'm like, why? People would genuinely not be interested in the shit that I've done. But I do hear it a lot. Sometimes people, it's just it's like a knee-jerk reaction, isn't it, that people say, oh, you should write a book. But then other times I have had people that are genuine and they're like, no, seriously, you should do a little like a memoirs thing. I'm nobody. Why anybody would give two shits about what I've done is anybody's guess, but whatever. And now I'm doing please tell me I'm not stuck again. Now I'm doing YouTube. It's a one. You know, I sometimes wonder how interesting would it be more of a podcast than anything, or doing it like this, I suppose. That would be, you know. But yeah, literally talk about the shit that I've been through in my, I can't say 50 years because, to be honest, the first, actually, Jesus, at least 45 years, because from age 5, I had a different lifestyle. You know, like I said, I was brought up, I've said it before, I was brought up in a truck stop. You know what I mean? I was surrounded by lorries and stuff like that going on all the time. But yeah, what are we in? 25 minutes. The chances of anybody still actually physically listening to this shit are slim to none. Remote at best. But if you are, what are the odds that somebody would be interested in hearing my life, what I can remember of it? Because believe me, my memory is not good. But there you go. Anyway, that was another ow, hot coffee. Right, so we've done that. Ow. Thought I had to find, there it is. Recover the mine plans from the flooded village. So what the hell was that I've just picked up then? Over. Wait, what? They're over there. Where whispers of mine plans tucked away in another safe. It's a long shot, and then once you find the safe, haul it over to the workshop down south. What? Sorry. Right, track. Workshop down south. That, are they on about that one? Yes, they are. Okay. We could do that. We can do that. So recover you back to the tunnel exit. Look at us doing 2 objectives in one video. Bloody hell. Calm down. Who do you think you are? So what was I saying? Oh yeah. Yeah. If you are listening, comments. Do you think it's a serious, self-indulgent, narcissistic thing to do a video where it's, rather than just talking shit, which I now do, I'm literally going to talk about my life and what I've been through, what I've seen, where I've been, what I've done, that kind of thing, because I don't know, I'm not that kind of person, but I've been told so many times I should. Right, I know what I need to do. I'm probably going to need my scout, actually. To scan the area. But yeah, I'm not that kind of person, you know. I don't know. It'd be an interesting. It'd be, whoa, again steering. It would be an interesting thing to do, kind of, but then it wouldn't. I don't know. Don't know. I mean, when I talk to most people and they're like, holy shit, you know, you've done this, you've seen this, this has happened, that's happened, you know, you've experienced this kind of thing, and this kind of thing, and this kind of thing. And it's like, they're the kind of, and when I talk to them, and they're the ones that are like, well, you need to write a book about it, because what you've done and what you've, it's unbelievable. And that's the other side of it, the unbelievable side of it. Because a lot of people are like, there's no way you've really seen what you say you've seen half the time. People just find it very, very hard.
Now, all you have to do is find the admin building. At least you don't have to crack the safe yourself. Although if you could, I'd be impressed. And suspicious.
Yeah, people, yeah, because some of the stuff that I've been through and seen and that truly is fantastical. It's like, you... And I could genuinely understand why people are like, dude, I don't fucking believe a word you're saying. I really don't. Because even when I think about it, sometimes I'm like, am I remembering this right? Am I? Is this right? Yeah. So yeah. Don't know. And also, like I said, mainly because of some of the things that I have experienced and done and seen and has happened to me, my memory isn't brilliant. My recollection of a lot of stuff is clear, you know, of events and so on and so forth. All of that side of things is clear. You know, I remember them very clear, obviously. But it's like, well, when did that happen? And it's like, generally, not entirely sure. I only have the one winch. That's fine. Yeah, sorry. I'm so used to having stuff that's got more than pull winch. Okay, we're going to be like that again, aren't we? Whoa. Here we go. So yeah, you know, it's like the actual event itself. A lot of time, I'm like, yeah, I remember it very clearly. I remember, you know, almost to the point of I could tell you what someone was wearing, or what time of day it was, or any of that kind of weird shit. But don't ask me what year it was. You know what I mean? It's that bizarre. So that worked. You absolute. And flip. And go. Oh, you bastard. No, you're done. It's fine. See, SnowRunner, I would have been able to attach to that telegraph pole. Do you know what I mean? Or even that one over there. Or maybe even that fence post. But here, I can't attach to anything other than that. And it's just bizarre. It makes no sense. And then I'm trying to pull the winch, as you can see, and it's like one or the other's going to give. Do you know what? Screw you. You can go. I found the safe. That's all I needed to do. Um, yeah, so SnowRunner, you were able to attach the winch to loads of different objects to give you a fighting chance of pulling yourself out of the mud and righting yourself and all that kind of malarkey. Here, you can't do any of that. I mean, why wasn't I allowed to, or able to, connect the winch to that telegraph pole? Where the fuck are you going? So yeah, they definitely need to revisit that option, because I think it's a very strange choice of direction not to have that as part of the game when it was part of the other game, you know? And going back to the doing a life story type of video, I would 100% need to write shit down first, because look, just doing this, the slightest distraction, you know, there's me trying to concentrate on something else, forget it. You know, I've gone from being able to multitask like you wouldn't believe to barely able to concentrate on one aspect at a time, like driving, playing a game, you know what I mean? Where have I got to go with this? Where am I? Right, if I go... Yeah, if I come out and then go that way, I think that's going to be the safest. No, it's not. No, it's not. Not at all. Turn around. There you go. I really need to bring the tree thingy in at some point as well. But do I? I feel like I do, but I'm not sure actually I do. Turn then. God's sake. 1 minute you're turning on your own accord and doing your own fucking thing. And then the next minute you're just not even bothering. It's like, here's the take the wheel. Somebody already has. That's why I can't steer. Ha ha ha. That also reminds me of something. Dad jokes. They seem to be they come and go, don't they? You know what I mean? They're 1 minute they're in, next no, they're not. I have been toying with the idea of, whilst playing a game like this, instead of just subjecting you to me talking absolute bollocks, I will I'll just do dad jokes. It won't be like bang 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 bang, you know, bombarding you. but there will be there will be many. But again, I would probably have to write them down and then tick them off, because knowing me, I'll end up forgetting I've actually said one and then repeat it, because again, that's where my head's at.
Great work.
I know.
And good news, it was an easy safe to crack. They're already done. The mind map shows alternate passages were under construction. At least before the roof collapsed. I wonder if we could reinforce them to get you away inside. Maybe you can check it out. See if it can be done.
Wait, what? Hold on. I've now got to... Where? What? No, wait, what? That's not a mine, that's just a quarry. Looks like the salt mine entrance is not the only spot that hides valuable drilling machines. Right, okay. The data mentions several alternative passages that were under construction before there's a slim chance we could reinforce them to get inside. You'd have to explore before making that decision. Well, I could do that. That's an easy one. So that's that one. And maybe that's what that is. No, that's damaged trolleys. What? That's one now? Is that it? Just that one area? Alright. Excuse me. What's that? Is that more damaged trolleys? Looks like it, doesn't it? That's weird. 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 Right. Okay. Well, that flag can now go because we've done that one. That one can go because don't need to deliver anything there anymore. That'll be clear the railway. Yep, that's an easy one. Famous last words. Delete that shit. Don't need that. Don't need that one. Don't need that. Don't need that one. Vastas. Is this another quarry entrance? See, now that looks more like a... No, that's still... Excuse me? Am I in your way? Am I in your way? No. Jolly good. Righty. Actually, let me have a look. So, no plot route done. Done. Operational. All rewards have been received. So, there is absolutely no reason why that needs to carry on, because I've had everything. This is what I'm now starting to do because it's a pain in the ass. All rewards. Workshop to the salt quarry. Workshop to this. It's right there. Wait, what? Oh, why have we got a broken pipe? Plot route. Restore the area. Restore the area. What does that even mean? I'm just thinking because I'm right here. That was all. So out there, in there. Oh. I'm just wondering if you replace that pipe, it will pump that out, because it looks like there's some shit in there. Definitely. Okay, we could potentially do that. So recover. I need some pipes. I don't have any pipes, do I? Nah, of course you don't, because you haven't put them into storage. That's fine. Okay, so do I carry on now and quickly do this one and see what happens, and then end the video, or do I, running the risk of it being a rather long video again, or do I? I'm going the wrong. No, I'm not. This is the right one. Dude. Okay. I really need to clear this light out of the way. Bugging me. Right, that's the recycle bit. At the moment, I just need one. Okie dokie. Then back out the way we came, I think. Alright, so coffee. Oh wow, it's proper raining now. Really good. And I don't mean on the game either. Cool. Ouch. Another downside of doing this whole me chatting absolute bollocks the entire time through is I can't listen to my music. I could, but then I run the then it's like extra set of headphones. Don't ask. And I run the risk of trying badly to sing along to some of the tracks, which YouTube wouldn't like, and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's annoying. And considering we are quite a way through, again, the chances of anybody actually listening to this particular point, not happening. But I'm going to throw it out there anyway. What, if any, radio stations do you listen to around the world? Because I'm obviously aware that it's not just British people that watch this stuff, or 20 of you, and that's being generous. Oh my god, fucking steer in a straight line, please, just straight line. So yeah, love to know. Do you listen to a specific genre of radio station? Whether it's rock or classic or pop, or modern, whatever, or do you listen to one of those generic radio stations that cater for as many different people as possible kind of stations? Because I've always since I was at school been into my dance music above all other music. I love music in general, and I have a very, very wide taste, very broad taste in music styles and genres. But dance music, excuse me, EDM, electric dance music, rave, that type of stuff, that has always been my first and foremost love. And throughout the ages, I've always found a radio station here and there that nope, that's not going to happen. So how the actual chuff? This may be a job for the big crane, because I can't see
Saldemar's and LaRose quarries. Looks like a figure 8 on the map. Or an infinity symbol if I turn my head. Ew, I must have slept wrong. No head turning for me. Both those quarries are flooded out. At least until we drain them.
There you go. So I was right. Cool. Anyway, yeah, music. I've always been able to find, to one description or another, a predominantly dance orientated radio station. And my recent one, my most favourite one at the moment is, again, we're in the UK, but you are able to listen to this around the world through Global Player. This is not a paid thingy, by the way, but yeah, Global Player, Heart Dance. They do all the Heart 90s, Heart Zeros, Heart this, Heart that, but yeah, my heart, it's a radio station called Heart Dance, and the stuff they play is really, really cool, and there's not much in the way of, see what they've done. There's not much in the way of DJs, which is kind of good because it doesn't get in the way of the music. There's not, so and the adverts aren't that disturbing, as in they don't get in the way of the music. They're not that often. That's like once 20 minutes or so, whatever, yeah, which is to be expected on a commercial radio station. They and I said, there's a lot of the time during the day there is a DJ, but during the evenings there isn't, and they do tend to do a lot of the we do a 2 hour straight play without any interruptions, that kind of thing, which is fabulous. But it's the music they play. They play both modern, poppy, stuff that's in the charts at them, or in the charts, has been in the charts, type dance music. But also they do play some absolute corking old school dance tracks, properly good stuff. So yeah, it's a really good radio station if you're into your dance music. Heart Dance, just Google, just internet, or even just go on your as they advertise. Actually, funny enough, use your speaker, which is bizarre. But basically, they're on about like your Amazon and your Google. It sounds like I'm trying to avoid saying it, and I am. And I've said this before. It's because I use Google. That is my chosen internet connection, and everything that I have is Google connected. But because of that, every time I say the word Google, she's listening, and she wants to talk to me, and she wants to interact, and it's like, no, I'm talking about you, not to you. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's why I keep going Google, whereas I can quite happily and openly say Amazon, even though I don't like Amazon. Don't know. It's just something about the commercial giant. I think it's mainly the shopping side of things. Don't know. Don't ask. It's another video. But yeah, just Google, just internet search it, or use your internet speaker, whatever it is, your action, and ask them to find it. Say play art, music, or global, and look up the global player. And like I said, because it's internet based, like the whole global player thing, you can, you don't have to be in Britain. And it's funny because especially over the weekend when they do their, people call in and email and interact and all that kind of thing. People are all over the world listening, which is really cool. My throat's gone. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Oh. Frothy coffee. Okay, so that's done. What else have I got to do? And come back for that lot. That's going in the dump truck. That's not going in on the flatbed. Let's have a look. No. Why aren't you working? There we go. Objectives. Okay. So I've got to do the route before it will choose to well, let's see where it goes. It's fine. I haven't even looked where I got. Is that it? That's it. Wow, that's got to be one of the easiest ones, surely. Spectate. See, this is what I need. I need something like this, yeah, that's a lot more rugged and clearly off-road capable, but I need it with a crane on it. So I need to go into the shop and see what's available and see if I've unlocked anything yet. Because if I can get that with a crane on it, it will be as good, hopefully, as the one I have at the moment. Dare I say better, but I don't want to say better because I don't want to upset the other one, because I love the other one and it is very, very good. Right, that explains the the pump sat outside. Ah, I was going to say there's more than one because I had more than one delivered. It's going to be interesting to see it. Emptied. So you can get to that one through there and then back out all that way. That's dead end, but that's for that. Is that a dead end or is that just overgrown? Because that looks like it could be a way in, but it will need to be cleared. In fact, that looks like the only way in. Huh. Yeah, because that's not. Hold on. Oh, it is. Oh, it's clearing. It is. Oh, that's really cool. What is that? Oh, this will be the mining equipment that I've got to collect. Look at it. It's actually draining it, but it's not draining that one. Okay. That's so cool. Hey, how clever. I am so easily pleased. Yep, guarantee this will be mining equipment that I'm looking for, the drilling equipment, whatever you want to call it. Is that it? Are you kidding me? Most of it's still underwater. I know. Okay. And replace the pipes in there as well. So where's the broken pipe there then? There. Okay. We can do that. How do I get there? Oh, of course. Go. Oh, there. See, now that's just nasty. Clever. Although, no, because that's a no. Yeah, maybe get through there. Otherwise you have to go all the way around into the unknown, all the way around there just to get to there. That's naughty. That's nasty. And I need another pipe. Fine. That'll teach me to thingy. Well, we're done. Sod it. We know what we've got to do. That's what's going to happen in the next video, or it may happen off video. Don't know yet. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for doing everything that you do. If you haven't already, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. It does not cost you a single dime, penny, yen, scrote, or whatever it is that you pay your daily thingies with. And that is that. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? Yeah, hear all that? How fucking annoying is that? That's my chair. I really, really need a decent gaming chair. So, Titan Labs, yeah, you're the ones that make me go when I see you. Yeah, do us a solid. You know, don't know if you don't ask. Right. Anyway, please like and subscribe. Share this channel. Do everything that needs to be done. Let's get this channel up and running, and let's get some more viewers. Let's get some more interaction. So don't forget to comment. Please comment on anything and everything that you may have heard me say if you have actually been listening to this video. In the meantime, thank you very much. Look after yourselves and each other, and as always, love you all.